All right, strap yourselves in, everyone, because today we're diving headfirst into the thrilling world of cybersecurity.
Buckle up.
We're talking about those digital detectives, the cybersecurity analysts, working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep our data safe.
They're the unsung heroes of the digital age, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And today we're getting a glimpse into their world. We're going deep inside a simulated security operations center, a SOC, to experience a day in the life of a cybersecurity analyst.
And we're not just talking theory here. We've got our hands on these incredible training modules from Lighthouse Labs. They've created this immersive experience that puts you right in the hot seat.
Yeah, they don't mess around, do they? So we're going to walk you through these modules, two of them to be exact,
Yep. Go ahead.
and we'll see what it's really like to fend off those cyber threats.
Because trust me, it's not all just Hollywood hacking montages and flashing green code.
Definitely not. So let's set the stage. Imagine this. You're a junior cybersecurity analyst at Lighthouse Labs SOC. It's a 24/7 operation, so the pressure's always on. And you're thrown right into the action, dealing with what they call tickets.
And those tickets? Those are the lifeblood of a SOC. Each one represents a potential security incident. Could be anything, really.
Okay, so what kind of things are we talking about here? Give us the juicy details.
Well, you might get a ticket about some suspicious emails. The kind that scream phishing scam, but are just convincing enough to make you second-guess yourself.
Ugh, I hate those. So easy to fall for.
Exactly. Or you might have a ticket about unusual activity on a network, like a user trying to access files they shouldn't, or maybe even an attempted breach on a server.
Okay, now we're talking. This is where things start to feel like a spy movie.
It can definitely get pretty intense. And the thing is, as a junior analyst, you're not just there to observe. You're expected to jump in, analyze these tickets, prioritize them because some need immediate attention more than others, and then collaborate with your team.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Especially when you're facing down a digital doomsday scenario.
100%. And that's a key part of what these modules emphasize. It's not just about your technical skills, but also your ability to communicate clearly and effectively with your team.
So no lone wolf hackers in a dark room then.
Not in a real SOC, no. Everything is about collaboration, clear communication, and following established protocols.
Which brings us to the tools. Lighthouse Labs really went above and beyond to make this simulation feel real. They have you using actual industry-standard tools like Spiceworks and Discord.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those. They're not messing around, are they?
Yeah.
So walk us through what it's like to actually use those tools in this virtual SOC environment.
So Spiceworks, that's your ticketing system. It's how you keep track of all those potential security incidents, log your actions, and communicate with your team. Think of it like your digital detective's notebook.
Love it. Organized chaos. What about Discord? Ah, Discord. That's your lifeline to the rest of your team. It's where you can quickly chat, share updates, escalate urgent issues, basically make sure everyone's on the same page.
Because in the heat of a cyber attack, you don't have time for, formal emails and stuff.
Exactly. It needs to be fast, it needs to be efficient, and that's where Discord shines. It simulates that real-time communication that's so vital in a high-pressure SOC environment.
Okay, so we've got our tools, we're familiar with the lingo. What happens next in this virtual cybersecurity boot camp?
Well, Module 2 takes things to a whole other level. This is where you really start to understand the importance of clear communication and documentation. Because in Module 2, you're dealing with a shift change.
Oh, shift changes, the bane of any workplace. But in cybersecurity, I imagine those handoffs are even more critical.
Oh, absolutely. You're coming onto your shift, taking over from another analyst who's been battling digital threats for who knows how long. And it's up to you to pick up where they left off without missing a beat.
Talk about pressure. I can barely remember what I had for breakfast, let alone a whole shift's worth of cyber incidents.
Right. And you have to be incredibly thorough. You're going through all the open tickets, reviewing the previous analyst notes, making sure you understand the status of each incident. Did they take any actions? Are there any outstanding questions? It's all about maintaining that continuity of operations.
So meticulous attention to detail is key here.
Absolutely. One missed detail could be the difference between a near miss and a full-blown security breach. And this is another area where those modules shine. They really drive home the importance of clear, concise communication. Because if something isn't clear, you need to ask for clarification. You can't let any assumptions slip through the cracks.
It's like that saying, assume makes an ass out of you and me. Except in this case, the stakes are way higher than a misspelled word.
Exactly. And that's something that's often overlooked when people think about cybersecurity. They focus on the technical aspects, the coding, the hacking, but the reality is communication is just as important.
Because at the end of the day, you're part of a team, and a team relies on everyone being on the same page.
Precisely. And these modules, they give you a taste of that, the importance of teamwork, communication, and adaptability in the face of constantly evolving cyber threats.
So for anyone listening who's intrigued by the world of cybersecurity, who's ever dreamt of being a digital detective, what would you say is the biggest takeaway from experiencing these Lighthouse Labs modules?
That's a great question, and I think it boils down to this. Cybersecurity is a dynamic field. It's constantly changing, with new threats emerging all the time.
So you need to be ready to learn and adapt constantly.
Exactly. And that's something those modules emphasize. They don't give you all the answers. They give you the tools and the mindset to find those answers yourself.
They throw you in the deep end, but they also give you a life preserver.
Precisely. And that's what makes it such a rewarding field. It's challenging, it's demanding, but it's also incredibly stimulating and rewarding.
So if you're not afraid of a little hard work, if you're eager to learn and you thrive in fast-paced environments, then maybe cybersecurity is the perfect career path for you. And hey, if you want to get a taste of what it's really like, definitely check out these Lighthouse Labs modules. They'll give you a good dose of reality and might even inspire you to become the next generation of cyber defenders.
Now, that's a challenge worth accepting.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of cybersecurity. What an incredible journey it's been.
Until next time, stay safe out there in the digital world.
And remember, the best defense is a good offense, or in this case, a really, really good cybersecurity analyst.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, we'll catch you in the next episode where we'll delve into another fascinating topic. Stay curious, everyone.